Hey there guys, welcome back, Ricky here. Alright, so I've just finished sharpening my last video for the 1000 series, and I thought it would be appropriate to put the Cerax 1000 versus the King 1000, because I think for most people these two stones would probably be the more realistic choice. If you're not looking to spend $80-90 for a stone on the Chorcera 800. And with Chorcera, the 800 is a very, it's pricey, but the 1000 is even pricier than the 800. So just be prepared to spend a lot of money if you guys want to buy a Chorcera, okay? But back to these two stones. I think for a sharpening stone, these two stones are pretty much perfect, okay? They differ in some ways, and I want to talk about some of the differences and really give you guys a good understanding of which stone may work better for you. And it's really chilly in here. I'm going to close the door. Okay, so that kills the wind down just a little bit. Alright, so let's start with the Cerax. The Cerax is an amazing cutting stone. It is very fast cutting, excellent feedback and tactile feel. It's one of those stones that I really cannot find any negatives on, and I really can't. I literally cannot sit here and after 3 or 4 months of using it, I really can't tell you anything negative about it. The one time that I thought it lacked something was during the challenge against the Chorcera. I felt that this stone felt slightly muted, okay, and that has never happened since. It's never happened before that, and so unless you're going against a very, very aggressive cutting hard stone like a Chorcera, this stone will feel just amazing. It's just such an incredible good feeling stone. And there it is. I mean, it's just a wonderful stone. These stones, again, now we're talking price because the Chorcera, even though it was the winner, it's almost twice the price of these stones here. This stone, both these stones are right at the $60 retail price, okay? So best stone under 60 bucks. This is really what we're hoping to find today. So there you go. That's the Cerax. And again, I think that it has a polishing effect of a 2000 grit stone, even though it does sharpen with the speed of a 1000 grit stone, which is a very hard thing to achieve. And Suehiro did a wonderful job formulating this stone here. The King. So the King is really that stone that I really can never. It's the stone that's always on my mind, no matter how much I like another stone. And how exciting other stones are, I really always come back to the King. And the reason being is it's a formula that has always been reliable, it's consistent. It's a stone that you really cannot get bored of, right? And sure, it's a slower cutting stone relative to a lot of the newer stones. For example, today, this Cerax, the first side took 3 passes to develop a burr, and 2 passes on the second side. And the King developed a full working burr in 5 passes on the first side, and I believe 2, maybe 3 on the second side. Okay, so both these stones are really consistent performers. They've been doing that throughout this entire series. Okay, so no surprises there. But tactile feel, this stone, because it is really a true 1000 grit stone, it has a slightly livelier feel than the Cerax, okay? And though this is a very aggressive cutting stone, I'm talking lively feel at this point, it's a little different. So this stone here, because it is 1000, it has a slightly snappier feel. And it also doesn't have that same 2000 grit polishing effect, right? So that will make it a little bit more just a little bit more lively in terms of how it feels. And that's something that you cannot discount about this stone, okay? And feedback is wonderful. This stone, you know what you're doing. Both these stones, in terms of feedback, if I have to rate them in terms of feedback, they're definitely at least a 9. They're both 9s, okay? I really cannot tell you which one's a better stone for that matter in that category. In terms of hand feel, I'm surprised I'm saying this, but I do like the way the king feels better. Okay, I like the way that it's a little snappier. It's a little bit more not aggressive. It's just a little livelier, and it has a slightly better. It just feels a little bit better, just a little bit. Yeah. If this was a 9, and Trocero is a 10, this is a 9. This is an 8.5. Okay, so let's just accept that and move on. Okay. And speed, so again, you guys know speed. This is a slower cutting stone. This is the fastest, if not the second fastest cutting stone. No, this is the fastest cutting stone that I have. This and Trocero, they are the exact same speed. So by far, this is a superior stone when it comes to speed. Okay, but this stone here, because it doesn't have the same polishing effect as the Cerax, it does have a slightly livelier feel, being a true 1000 grit stone. Okay. I know that may upset some people. Please do not write me any hate mail for that. I'm just reporting what I'm experiencing here. Okay. So now for the winner. No, you know what? Maybe I'll do a quick cut test just to see their performance. Here we go. Okay, so you guys know these stones are really good. Okay, you guys know that these knives are sharp. Okay, so there's no question there. You guys, if you guys are considering any of these stones that I've reviewed in this series, any one of them, they will all produce really sharp edges. Okay. The trick to getting your 1000 grit stone to really shine is the stropping process and the deburring process. A lot of people over confuse themselves with deburring, and I have a deburring video which I will link somewhere on this screen, either up here or down here, wherever. And I'll watch it. It's a really quick explanation of how burring works, or how deburring works, and to strop it on newspaper, it really helps clean up that edge a little, not just a little bit, but a lot. Really polish that edge that's been removed by the deburring process. And you guys will get a very, very clean edge. As you guys saw right there, this is just sharpening stone. I had no polishing. These stones have not touched the polish. These knives have not touched the polishing stone in a couple months now. So you guys can develop a really good edge with just a sharpening stone. And that leads me to the winner of this video. And it's hard for me to give you a winner, but I will have to, okay? So, here it is. Okay, I probably need to explain and really be careful of how I explain this so I don't make anyone too upset. If I wanted a single stone, okay, if you said to me, Ricky, I want to spend upwards of $60, and I want to buy one stone, no polishing stone, just one stone, which stone would it be? I will say the Cerax is the stone that I would buy, okay? Because even though it does lack in the hand feel, just by a notch, a half a notch, it does cut a lot faster, which to me does make a difference, and it does have the excellent tactile feel, and that's the thing. It's even though in the feedback, so even though it in tactile feel, it's not as aggressive feel or not as snappy feeling as the King. It has enough of an edge in the speed department to make me say that this would be the better stone. Okay. However, I also need to put in there, if you said to me, Ricky, I have $60, spending budget on a sharpening stone set. Okay, so that changes things a lot. Okay, and here's why. This stone here retails at $60. Now this is the KDS model. This is a newer formula. Now for $60, you now have a 1000 grit side and a 6000 grit side, which I have said in one of my first reviews of this stone is just as good as the Arashiyama 6000. Okay, now you cannot get that combination anywhere outside of King. Okay, Now, if you wanted a polishing stone to go with the Cerax 1000, sure, we can do that. But you will need to pick up, you have a few choices. I lent my, I need to stop lending things out, shouldn't I? I lent out my Rika 5000 to a good friend. Hopefully I'll get it back, and I will get it back. So, but I'll just use this as an example. This is the Superstone 3000, which I have said is a very close performer to the Rika 5000. But you would need to spend over $120 to have two stones that can sharpen and polish. But on the king side, for $60, you can have a sharpening and polishing stone. Granted, it is not as thick, okay? But you need to understand, if you're using your polishing stone correctly and you're not just sharpening on the stone, you're sharpening on the stone and simply using the 6000 to polish and to strop, this stone will last, this side, the thin side, will last you just as long as the 1000 side, okay? So there you have it. If you guys wanted to buy a combination stone, there is no better combination stone than the King KDS model. There is no better sharpening stone in the sub $60 category than the Cerax 1000. Okay, so hopefully that is not too long-winded for you guys, and I'm sorry if I am long-winded sometimes. I sometimes repeat myself, not because I like to hear myself speak, but I get overly zealous and I forget what I've just mentioned or what I've just said, and I sometimes talk too much. So I will not say any more, but both of these stones you will love. Like I said, I'm going to keep both of these stones for a long time, and I will sharpen them, keep them side by side with my Chocera, which is my winner of the best sharpening stone of all time in terms of performance, raw performance. For under $60, a single sharpening stone, the Cerax is the winner. But for a combination stone, the King KDS is still the king. So it has been a really fun series, and thank you guys for watching all of the videos up until now. I'd love to hear how you guys think I should do the reviews on the polishing stones, because now I cannot sharpen on two stones and then polish on two stones. That's just going to take too much time. So I have to devise a way to do the test for the polishing stones, and I haven't figured that out yet. So I am up to suggestions. I'm open for suggestions. Please send your comments. Let me know what you guys think. And the format will be relatively the same. We're going to do two stones at a time, and we're going to move a tournament style battle royale up the ladder. But in terms of the actual test, I have yet to really have a concrete answer for that. But it has been very fun, and thank you guys for all your comments up until now. You guys have been wonderful, except a few that have been jerks on your comments, and I had to delete your comments because it was just, some people are just mean and have nothing else to do but really leave really mean and nasty comments on people's YouTube videos. So don't do it. I will delete your comment. And I'm a nice guy. I don't take myself very seriously. I'm just having fun here. Hopefully you're having fun too. And I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to criticism, but just don't be rude towards me or other people on the comments. It's not cool. But yeah, this is just me. I'm just having a good time. Okay, and thank you guys for being supportive throughout all these video reviews. So okay, I've said too much. Thank you for your time, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, Master of Play 7. These videos are for you. And I know you keep telling me you want to see what these knives look like. Here they are. So this guy here was just sharpened on the Suehiro Cerax 1000. And as you guys can see, the edge, the sharpening edge, is extremely well polished. And the stone just is a really nice sharpening stone. And there's a bright light there, so sorry for that. Yeah, so as you can see, the knife is very well polished, just a sharpening stone by itself, and some newspaper sharpening. So this is the result that you guys will get. I'll show you the back side. So you know, not quite mirror polish, but you can see definitely much finer than a typical 1000 grit stone. That's a good angle there. So very clean edge, very fine polish, just not quite mirror polish, but definitely something that's extremely usable even if you don't have a polishing stone. You can almost see my reflection in the upper right hand corner right there. And that's how well this stone polishes. Okay, so now I will show you the King 1000's edge. Okay, so as you can see, the King's edge is not quite as refined. You can definitely see micro scratches on the surface if you look very closely. So not quite as fine as the Cerax, but definitely, you know, very nice polish, very nice scratch pattern, very 1000-esque, and something that most people are very used to, very accustomed to a 1000 grit stone. Okay, I'll show you guys the back side, or the left side. So again, this side you can see the scratch pattern a little better. You definitely can see that it's not a mirror polish, and it really is a true 1000 grit stone. There's a better angle there. And you see in this knife, you don't really see my reflection. You can barely make it out in this corner here, but it's nowhere close to what the Cerax was. But a very nice edge indeed, just not a mirror polish. And that's not where you buy the King 1000 anyways. You have your polishing stone for that. Alright, so there you have it. Hopefully you guys are happy with this video, and thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.